Opening day festivities wrapping up, and we'll be back to get this season started right after this. Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Opening day baseball on the show. It's the San Francisco Giants going up against the New York Yankees. Just about set to go now. And pitching in this game, Garrett Cole. Singy, he's a guy that can rack up a lot of strikeouts.
Well, last year kind of around the league average in terms of ERA. And you know what? That's why you have 5 different spots in the starting rotation. You've got to have people round things out. And not everyone's going to pitch like a number 1 or number 2 every outing or every season. But last year, he gave his team an opportunity and a chance to win every time he took the mound on average. And when you look at that kind of performance, it has a place on every ball club.
That's to third. Throw on to Rizzo. And Estrada is out. Now it's J.D. Davis. Clips the outside corner. Strike 1. In 2022, Garrett Cole set the Yankees single-season strikeout record with 257 punch-outs. Pretty amazing mark for that historic franchise. 0-2 to Davis. Good job to fight that one off. And the right-hander deals. Out to center. Dominguez has a beat on it. And makes the grab. And there are 2 outs. And Jock Peterson stands in. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
Well, a good slider from an opposite-handed pitcher has to stay in that tunnel just a little bit longer. Otherwise, recognition can cause you to barrel it up. And right there, the hitter clearly couldn't do anything with it.
0-2 now. Next offering is outside.
It's a good take.
Swing and a ball popped up. Torres makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Giants are down 1-2-3. And now the Yankees will see what they can do. No score. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. And stepping in for the Yankees, Oswaldo Cabrera.
The third baseman.
And the pitch. There's a strike. Kicks and fires. Ball 1 there. Pitch misses, and it's 2-2. And the righty deals. Got him. And 1 away.
Tremendous job of bringing that ball back over the plate. He gets just enough of it to get the call. And tell you what, as a hitter, it starts out of the zone. It looks really far away. And for it to catch the outside corner, you just have to tip your cap to the pitcher.
Gathers and throws to first. And the home first moving along quickly today. 2 gone. 2 outs, base is empty. Here comes Aaron Judge. First pitch doesn't find the zone. He swings and hits a fly ball center field. Yastrzemski settles underneath it, and that'll do it. Back at Yankee Stadium. Second inning set to go. Now batting Mitch Haniger. Cole back to work. And that's in for a strike. Garrett Cole, Chris, a guy who was the first overall pick out of UCLA in 2011, and he's turned into one of the best starters in baseball.
Yeah, it's pretty cool how things came full circle for him. Drafted by the Yankees out of high school, didn't sign, as you said, went to UCLA, and now pitching the #1 guy in the rotation for New York. Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. He tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
And first offering is fouled off. And he married another UCLA player's sister, Brandon Crawford. He's married to Brandon's sister, Amy. No score here in the second. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, pitchers have become so much better at commanding that high fastball. It used to be that a lot of guys didn't like to throw it because it'd throw off their release point and their mechanics, and they're aimed at keeping everything at the knees, get ground balls. But because hitters get a swing path that can lift balls at the knees up in the air and over the fence, this pitch has come back into play, and they are doing some special things with it. This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder.
Got him! And how about that? It's an immaculate inning.
Well, he's saying, who needs the defense? An immaculate inning. 3 strikeouts, 9 pitches. We just witnessed something really special.
Back in New York, bottom of the second. Anthony Rizzo steps to the plate.
Anthony Rizzo.
And a pitch. Fouled off. He was late. Yo one. And a foul ball.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Got him. 1 away. Now here's Giancarlo Stanton. Hard hit left side. Crawford throws to first in time. And a couple of quick outs. Here comes Gleyber Torres. Oh, 0-1. That one back up the middle, and it gets through.
Just kept it simple, played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Here's Billy McKinney at the plate. Right side. Haniger has a beat on it. Drops into the glove, and the inning is over. The Yanks leave 1. We'll move to the third with no score. Top half of the third inning. Here's Lamont Wade Jr.
First baseman, Lamont Wade Jr.
Now the right-hander ready to go. Still no score. Wade goes 6'1", 29 years old, and he was a 9th-round draft pick back in 2015. That's a strike, and the count is 0-2. Line drive, base hit. Around first, digging for 2. And he pulls in with a double for his first hit of the year.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Next pitch is outside.
Boog, it looks like somebody missed the swing sign. That's the first pitch this team's taken for a ball all game long.
Swings through that one. Runner leads away at second. Goes down looking.
No, that's not the best two-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the hall.
Oh, nice stop and a slide. Fires to first. Nicely done for the out. Back to the leadoff spot in the Giants lineup. Tyro Estrada, the next Giant to hit. And that's in there for strike one.
Yeah, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
And it finds its way through for a hit. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0.
Comes through with the RBI. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
Davis batting for the second time, and that's strike one. Flied out to center in his first at bat. That's off the mark, and it's a ball and a strike. And that one lifted in the air center field. Dominguez settles under it. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now 1-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Volpe. The pitch. There's the strike. Webb, in his 4th year, he features a sinker, a slider, a changeup, and he works in a 4-seamer. Next offering is in for a strike.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
And now Kyle Higashioka. Check swing on the first pitch. Appeal down to first. Nope, he held back. And now 2-0.
Well, that pitch not even close. A 2-0 count now. He can't be over aggressive. He's got to make sure that pitch is right on a tee for him.
Swings and misses. 2-2 now. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. And up next for New York, Oswaldo Cabrera. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Cabrera hitting leadoff in today's game, and he was born in Venezuela. Ground ball left side. Davis with the throw to first. That's out number 3. 2-3 go the Yankees. They trail here 1-0. Cole back to work. And that one fouled off. Righty delivers. Ball 1 low. Next offering is down low. And the count 2-1. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss, and now 2-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Way out in front of that inside pitch there, and just exactly the opposite kind of approach that you want with 2 strikes. You want to let the ball travel. Make sure you recognize it. Try to shorten up so that you can at least put the ball in play. Clearly fooled, but I think even more so, you question the 2-strike approach.
Hard hit down the line and left. And it goes just foul.
For you growing up in New York City, I mean, you're a big sports fan. Tell me about your experience with the Yankees growing up.
I really went to Shea Stadium more than I did to Yankee Stadium. I grew up a Phillies fan. There was one game, though, that I went to as a kid. I sat in the upper deck. It was the game that Bo Jackson hit 3 homers in his first 3 plate appearances and then hurt his shoulder diving for Deion Sanders inside the park home run. That's probably the most memorable game that I ever attended as a fan at Old Yankee Stadium. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly, but in time. Nice job to stay with it to end the inning. Nothing doing there for San Francisco. They lead it 1-0. Bottom of the 4th, and now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Jason Dominguez. And that one moves his feet.
So important for him to control the heart rate right now. He's got to go through the heart of this lineup.
Next pitch misses. 2-0. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And his first big league hit is a double. Jason Dominguez with his first major league hit. And this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen. And when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, dude. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you worked to get here.
Man at second. That's out to center field. Yastrzemski settles underneath it. He's got it. Runner tags up for third, and he makes it up to third with one away.
Now back, first baseman, Anthony.
And here is Anthony Rizzo. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Hit hard, should be extra bases. In from third is the tying run. It's 1-1. And into second with one away. That's a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That can be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way. No problem handling it and putting a good swing on it that time.
Here's Stanton now. And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Right-hander kicks, deals. In the dirt, blocked. And the runner holds. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Most guys are very aggressive when they see the stakes out there on the base paths and can't understand why he wasn't ready to swing the bat. You've got to be ready to swing the bat in a situation like that with the go-ahead run in scoring position.
Here is Gleyber Torres. That pitch in for a strike. 0-1. This to center field. Yastrzemski drifts towards it, puts the squeeze on that one, and that is the inning. Yankees strike for a run on the RBI double, all even at 1 apiece. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. New inning getting started. Mike Yastrzemski up here.
Number 5, Mike Yastrzemski.
Here comes a pitch. There's a strike. Mike Yastrzemski Originally drafted by the Orioles, 14th round out of Vanderbilt in 2013. The Giants got him in March of 2019. And San Francisco's really where he got a shot to play. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And one gone.
Man, he got a real good pitch to hit right there with 2 strikes. You cannot miss that. Not a great slider at all. And I tell you what, that's where you've got to do damage. He looked like he was on time getting the bat through the zone, but he just caught air.
Wade in the box now. No balls and a strike. Doubled his first time up. Liner, base hit.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. 110 miles per hour, and man, that exit velocity, not every hitter's capable of getting that kind of jump off the bat, no matter how hard they swing.
Conforto stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Struck out looking at his first at bat. Torres, 1 at second, on to Rizzo at first, and they get the double play.
Well, the second baseman made that one look easy. Great feed to the shortstop. Shortstop completes the play. They get out of a jam, and they end the inning.
Back for more from the Bronx. Now, here is Billy McKinney. The wind and the pitch. Swing and a foul over the screen and back out of play.
You know, these Yankees just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They really haven't worked many deep counts or long at-bats, and that's fine if you're having a lot of success. But at this point, I think it's time to make an adjustment.
Left-hand hitter waits. Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Next to hit, Anthony Volpe. That one down the line, and it stays fair. Conforto whips it back in quickly. Rudder stops at second, and the first 2 reach to start the inning. Anthony Volpe with his first major league hit, and this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen, and when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
And that one is lifted in the air. Drops in for a hit. Couldn't run it down. The run comes in from second, and a 2-1 ball game now. In there safely.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and know that you've got extra bases right off the bat. That's the kind of thing hitters dream about when they're falling asleep at night.
Digging in, Oswaldo Cabrera. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. Volpe at third. Higashioka stands at second. No outs. In the air, left field. That's a base hit as a run scores.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
So up next, Jason Dominguez, 1 for 2. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Runners on the corners, no outs. Next offering is in for a strike.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball, just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
Tapped softly on the ground. Slings to second, to first, save. It's a fielder's choice and an RBI. Aaron Judge at the plate. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base and slugging too. Move over to first, trying to keep him close.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power, but then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable, and because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Throw over to first, and he's back in easily. Still only one out here in the inning. Another move to first, and he's back in that time as well. Singing 4 homers in 22 games at Old Yankee Stadium. What do you remember?
Well, I remember my rookie year hitting 2 in one game, and before
the kick and the pitch. Runner goes. The throw, tag, and he's out.
That goes to show you stealing a base is a tough thing to do and far from a sure thing, even with big-time speed. It's not easy to catch him, but that was a great catch and throw, quick, not rushed, and accurate.
Hammered, base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Rizzo up to hit for the 3rd time as he lays off inside, ball 1. Next offering is down low.
So I went into the game. I happened to hit 2. When I walked into the store the next day, and he looked at me, said,
runner breaks early for second, and a step off. He was caught in between there, and they'll tag him out the baseline, and that will end the inning. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. We're through 5. The Yankees 4 and the Giants 1. Back in the Bronx, start of the 6th, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and leading off, Joey Bart. Cole back to work. There's a strike. Next one misses, and that's ball 1.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Got him looking. Fastball at the letters, froze him for strike 3. Tyro Estrada to the plate.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
And there's the strike. Swing and a miss.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. 2 outs, base is empty. J.D. Davis will hit next. Off the mark there. Ball 1. Line drive, base hit.
I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Here's Jock Peterson. That one finds the corner. That's strike 1. Peterson, a former All-Star, 30 years old now. He joined the team as a free agent. This one kicks away a little as he can't squeeze it. And he's into scoring position with 2 gone on the wild pitch. Davis on at second with 2 down. That's ripped. Base hit. The run comes in to score from second, and now just a 2-run deficit.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Mitch Haniger. Swings through that one. 0-1.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
He wanted that fastball high and tight, looking for a strikeout. Just didn't locate it very well.
And down on strikes he goes. Good job at damage control right there. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 4-2. Back after this on the show. So the Giants with a new pitcher on the hill, Anthony DeSclafani.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep them within striking distance.
Anthony Rizzo now at the plate. The pitch. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike one. Rizzo goes 6 feet 3 inches, 240 pounds, and he's a former Gold Glove Award winner. The wind of the pitch. Late with the swing there.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
The punch out there, and there's one away.
Well, this is no secret. That slider is going to be his go-to pitch. Everyone in the ballpark knows it. It's a massive part of his arsenal, and he'll throw it a lot and in pretty much any count, any situation, and he's going to look to punch guys out as well. I tell you what, the effectiveness of that slider is always a big key for him.
Signs of movement in the Giants bullpen. Johnny Brebbia up and throwing for Gabe Kaplan. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. High bounce takes it over the fence for an automatic double.
The automatic double kind of feels like enjoying cruise control in your car, Boog. You don't need to keep the pedal down as you cruise into second base. Just no worries in the world. You know what? He put a really good swing on that one.
One out, runner at second. Gleyber Torres up to the plate. In for a strike, and it's 0-1. Ripped into right center, and now maybe extra bases. Here comes Stanton. He'll score. It's 5-2.
Well done. Drives in the run. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
One down. Here's the left fielder, Billy McKinney.
Really good piece of hitting last time, going to the opposite field.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike one. Now 1-1. And a good eye there.
When the skipper calls down to the bullpen, he's expecting the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was hoping for.
On the ground right side, and he takes it himself for the out. And next for New York, Anthony Volpe.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
And the first pitch misses for ball one. Swings through that one for strike one. Next pitch downstairs, and it's 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Torres at third with 2 away. Next pitch is downstairs. Kyle Higashioka waits on deck. Payoff pitch. Started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first. Ring him up, says Clyde Washington. That's a strikeout. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. It's 5-2. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. All set for the start of the inning, and the batter will be the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. And the right-hander back to work. Swing and a miss, strike one. Brandon Crawford, a kid who grew up a Giants fan. His dad had season tickets at Candlestick Park, and then at, what was it initially, Pac-Bell Park. Fly ball down the right field line. If it's fair, it's gone, and that is gone. That'll fire up the dugout. His first homer of the year, and they cut into the lead. It's 5-3.
Just relentless. This team will not quit.
Oh, that one got in the jet stream on a line drive. We saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news, and all of a sudden they're back in this ball game.
Here comes Mike Yastrzemski to the plate, and he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
But you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
Next offering is downstairs. The pitch. And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat.
Well, he just had no answer for that hard inside fastball right there. Just blew it by him. And not every pitcher likes working inside, especially with 2 strikes. They don't want to hit a batter and waste an opportunity to put him away. But if you can locate that fastball just like he did, most hitters aren't looking for it, and it becomes very difficult to get a piece of.
1 down, base is empty. Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
Well, that's pretty much the dream 2-strike curveball if you're the pitcher. Hard downward break at the very end that just dips below the swing path. And they say pitchers want to try to bounce that pitch right on top of the plate. So that was exactly what he was looking for on the mound.
And here is Michael Conforto. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. And that's in for a strike. Swings and crushes one. Right field, way back, and gone. He circles the bases, and they're chipping away. It's 5-4. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. No matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. An 0-2 mistake. That's supposed to be a pitch out of the zone. He left it in the spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly what he did.
Here's Joey Bart now. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it.
Now a high fly ball out to left center. That skips over the fence, so it's an automatic double. Now it's J.D. Davis.
Really nice swing in his last at bat. Shot a line drive into center field. That's a bittersweet moment right there. This game could easily be tied up right now, but they'll need to stay focused on the positives. And they have 2 runners in scoring position with a chance to take the lead late in this game. And that's good news for this offense. But yeah, the defense feels like they caught a break, no doubt.
0-2 now. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't see a visit from the pitching coach here. Just to remind him, focus on the hitter. Don't worry about anything else.
McKinney should have this one. Brings it in, and that is that. But the long ball was working in this inning. Not once, but twice. It's now a 5-4 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Bottom of the 7th, and here's the catcher, Kyle Higashioka. The right-hander back to work. And that one fouled off. Righty to the plate. Strike 2. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Now batting.
Back to the top of the Yankee order, Oswaldo Cabrera stepping in now for the Yankees. In there, and it's 0-1. And strike 2.
0-2 is the count.
The 0-2. Caught him looking for the K. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Dominguez stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Popped up left side. Crawford has this one sized up, and that is that. Out of the bullpen for the Yankees, Lou Trevino.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
In the air out to center. Brings it in with a nice running grab. And there's one down. Now it's the right fielder, Mitch Haniger. The entire defense, infield and outfield, shifted to the left. That one's in there, 0-1. And strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And he deals. Battling here as he fouls it away. Here's the 0-2. Swings and misses, struck him out. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. Here's Brandon Crawford. He's already homered here in this one. And first offering is fouled off. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Very solid inning on the mound so far here in the 8th. Holding on to this narrow lead. This is a...
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. Giants down in order. They trail it 5-4. Back in the Bronx, bottom of the 8th. And stepping in for the Yankees, Aaron Judge. The pitch. Judge rips that one. Base hit. Anthony Rizzo getting ready to hit. Ground ball to the right side. And that one finds its way through. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Back-to-back base hits. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
And here is Giancarlo Stanton, 1 for 3. Up the middle, and it gets by him. Yastrzemski to third, save. Runner from second crosses the plate, and they lead by 2. Now the tag at second, and he's out, trying for 2. New arm for the Giants, Johnny Brebbia.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their guys a chance to fight back into the game.
Gleyber Torres up to hit.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Up the middle, slings to first, and Gleyber Torres retired.
Now batting, the left fielder,
Billy McKinney stepping in now for the Yankees. Called strike right there. Action in the San Francisco bullpen. Tyler Rogers up and throwing for Gabe Kapler. Next offering is down low.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
2 outs. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Runner at third, 2 away. Next offering is fouled back. And a pitch. And now 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Here's the 2-2. And now it's filled up.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter at this point in the ball game. You know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. New pitcher for the Yankees, Clay Holmes. A chance at his first save of the year. Yastrzemski leading things off and takes a strike. And now the count is even.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Next pitch is outside. On the ground, out to short. Volpe throws it to first in time, and they get the leadoff man in the 9th. So here's Wade now. Outfield playing pretty shallow. In there for strike 1. Holmes, an all-star a season ago. He features a sinker, a slider, a 4-seamer, and he works in a 2-seamer. Left-hand batter waits. On the ground, right side, and foul ball. Got him looking, and they're down to their last out. 1 out left for the Giants. The batter will be Michael Conforto. He's already homered in this game. Bounced up the middle. Torres handles. On the run, sends it over to first. That's the ball game.
Well, his first save of the season is in the books, and that was a nice job of him coming in the game and closing it out. He's off and running now.
And this one ends with a final score of 6-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Hey there, baseball fans. Justin Allegri. The season is still young. Let's check out some of the results from yesterday. Starting out west in the American League, the Houston Astros took down the Chi Sox in front of a home crowd 4-2. The Guardians pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they grabbed the win against the Mariners 3-0. The Mets sent 3 balls into the seats as they manhandled the Marlins 9-2. The Los Angeles Dodgers allowed only 5 hits as a staff.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the San Francisco Giants taking on the New York Yankees. Just about set. And starting in this one, Carlos Rodon. How about a scouting report on him?
Well, that 12-6 curveball explodes out of the hand, and because he's able to throw the high fastball at the top of the strike zone for a strike, hitters commit to that pitch, and before they know it, they're swinging over the top of that curveball.
Comes up empty on the swing. 0-2 now. Rodon ready. Here comes. Got him swinging.
Well, that's pretty much the dream 2-strike curveball. If you're the pitcher, hard downward break at the very end that just dips below the swing path. And they say pitchers want to try to bounce that pitch right on top of the plate. So that was exactly what he was looking for on the mound.
That's in there. And that is strike 2. Got him. Nice efficient start to the afternoon. That's 2 out. And now Jack Peterson.
The left fielder, number 23, Josh.
That one's in there. Strike 1. Swing and a miss.
Ahead 0-2 in the count. Sure, you've got 4 pitches you can work with, but throw something you can command and get this at bat over with as quickly as possible.
Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a. Back here at the ballpark. And towing the slab here, Alex Wood. What do we have on him?
His career ERA's been under 4. What I like most about him is his reliability. Takes the ball every 5th day, ready to go whenever the manager calls.
The 0-1. Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Just blown away in that at bat. 3 fastballs, all strikes. he wasn't even able to foul one off. There's not much you can take away from an at-bat like that as a hitter other than maybe there's something wrong with your eyes. Got to have better timing on the fastball next time.
LeMahieu over at first with one away. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
So first and second with one man gone. And now the first baseman, Anthony Rizzo, in for a strike. It's 0-1.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
On the ground, right side, and it's just foul. That was close. The 0-2. He goes down looking.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. He got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
And now it's Giancarlo Stanton. First pitch, not close. Softly hit to third. Davis with the throw to first. Play made, that ends the inning. Yanks strand a pair. Scoreless after 1. And welcome back. Now batting Mitch Haniger. Rodon back to work. Right through there for a strike. Rodon, multi-time All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, and he occasionally uses a curve. Dominguez going back on this one. Puts the squeeze on it, and there's one away. Thairo Estrada to the plate. Left field, way back there. McKinney going back, back some more, back some more. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Man, I love that route. The ball was smoked. He knew he had to get back to the track right away. Turned his back on the infield. Got to the spot, turned around, and made a nice catch.
Brandon Crawford stands in now and watches strike 1. That clips the zone. No balls, 2 strikes.
Fell off to a great start. He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a chance to get through these first 2 innings with under 20 pitches. That could set him up to go deep into this game.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Back here in New York, we head to the bottom of the second. And stepping in for the Yankees, Gleyber Torres. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
Woody Keller making the calls behind home for us today.
And Boog, something to keep an eye on is how pitchers utilize the top part of the strike zone. We see a lot more of that in today's game with guys going up there with hard stuff. Keller definitely enough.
Here's a drive out to right center. Way back there. Look out. Gone. Gleyber Torres goes yard. That's his 99th career homer. The Yankees score first. It's 1-0.
It's like he's playing wiffle ball up there, and that's typically not the easiest way to hit a home run. To the slight opposite field, into the gap. Man, making it look easy, that's for sure.
Here's Billy McKinney at the plate. There's the strike.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Strike 2.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
And 1-2.
You see how the catcher wanted that pitch up and in. Wanted to try and tie him up. That's the one thing we're seeing, that high fastball. You have to get it up there because of how hitters have changed their swings.
Got him. And there's one down.
No, that's not the best two-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
1-1.
Swings and misses. And the count even at 1. And a swing and a miss there.
Clearly, he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Here's a 2-2. Back up the middle and a base hit.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Kyle Higashioka stepping in now for the Yankees. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Throw to first.
He's safe.
Volpe stands at first with 1 out. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw. Save.
Looks like the base runner had a pretty good feel on the pitcher's move. After that pick over, seemed to settle in, and he took off right away. Nice job of stealing second right there.
And down on strikes he goes. 2 gone now.
Just locked him up right there for the second out, and that's an at-bat he's probably going to be thinking about for a little while. Didn't pull the trigger. Not how you want to go down in an RBI spot, so now you got to hope your teammate behind you can pick you up.
Here's DJ LeMahieu, and first offering is fouled off. Runner at second, 2 down. And that is in for a strike, and it's 0-2. And the pitch is outside, ball 1.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitch.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Good job at damage control right there. Yankees draw first blood on a solo shot. It's now a 1-0 ball game. You're dialed into the show. On to the 3rd inning, and now it's Wilmer Flores. The wind of the pitch. There's a strike. Rodon, a 6'3" lefty, 30 years old now, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year. 0-2 as he waves at that one.
2 strikes.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
That one catches the zone, and it's 0-2. And there's a ball.
Boog, it looks like somebody missed the swing sign. That's the first pitch this team's taken for a ball all game long.
In the air out towards right center. Judge is there. He's there. He's got it. And there's 2 down. Here's Lamont Wade Jr. Outfield playing pretty shallow. That's a little bit low. Wade, 29 years old, and he was a 9th-round draft pick back in 2015. Swing and a miss. And the count is 1-1. Outside.
2 balls, 1 strike.
The next offering misses. And the count is 3-1. 2 down, nobody on. Swings through the fastball up in the zone. On the ground, right side. Nice grab. Throw to first. Throw is low, and he can't pick it.
Oh, that one right there had the looks of one of those plays of the week. Great diving stop, but he just couldn't set up to make a good throw. Maybe got a little too excited. He was probably feeling it as well, but either way, that's a tough play and a tough error.
Wade off of first with 2 away. That misses, and that is ball 1. Slider clips the corner. Rodon sets and deals. In the air, right side. And the inning is over. So the Giants leave 1. They still trail 1-0. Back at Yankee Stadium, set for the bottom of the 3rd, and stepping in is the speedy Jason Dominguez. The pitch. There's the strike. Dominguez measures 5 feet 10 inches, batting 2nd in today's lineup, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. He swings and fouls one off. Next pitch is outside, and the count is 1-2. And that one is inside.
2-2.
The next pitch misses, and the count's full.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
Well, they opted to go with the off-speed stuff on that 3-2 with the bases empty. Close pitch, but now he's got to work out of the stretch.
And now big number 99, Aaron Judge. Swing and a ball popped up, and there's 1 down. Anthony Rizzo steps to the plate. His first at bat was a strikeout. And that one wrapped foul. Rizzo, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he's a former National League Gold Glover. Wood keeping an eye on him. And takes low for ball 1.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Drilled in the air, right field, way back there, and that is out of here. Anthony Rizzo circles the bases. His first homer of the year, and they boost their lead. It's 3-0.
Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. First time up, he grounded to 3rd. That pitch gets the corner. That's strike 1. High fly ball out into left center field. And puts the squeeze on that. And there's 2 away.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Here's Gleyber Torres. He's sitting on 99 career homers. We'll see if this is the moment to notch number 100.
Yep.
That's in there. That's strike 1. Now fly ball to right center. Slater in pursuit. Makes the catch. And that will end the inning. 2-run blast for the Yankees this inning. It's now 3-0. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back at Yankee Stadium, now the number 2 hitter, J.D. Davis.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
That pitch gets the inside corner, and that is strike 1. And a swing and a miss.
You know, Boog, every team has a hitters meeting pregame, but this lineup seems way too anxious, aggressive. You wonder what they talked about.
That's towards center. Dominguez makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down.
The left fielder, number 23, John.
And Jack Peterson stands in. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Pitch misses inside, and it's 1-0. Smoked on the ground, a second. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Haniger in the box now as he leaves that one up high.
1 ball, no strike.
The Giants still looking for their first hit in this one. Next pitch misses outside. Now 2-0. Gets him to chase after that one.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Giants go down quietly, still down 3-0. Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, bottom 4, and now it's going to be Billy McKinney. Wood back to work. McKinney checks his swing, appeal to third, no swing. The 1-0. There's a strike.
You know, these Yankees doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
Anthony Volpe digs in now. Picked up a base hit to center his first time up. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Next offering is in for a strike. Check swing. He held up. And a count 1-2. And a pitch. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field, and it falls. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
Back-to-back singles, got a change up and a pretty good one too. Outside corner, but he just got extended and put the barrel on it. Showed he has a lot of plate coverage on that swing right there.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now it's LeMahieu up to hit. In the air to left center. It falls in, and that's a hit. Throw back in, holds the runner at third. Base is now loaded. Only one away.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. Now the base is loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
Here comes the manager out of the Giants dugout, and Jacob Junis gets the ball now.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
And the batter now, Jason Dominguez. 0-1.
Not the easiest thing when you're talking about a guy that's, perhaps is going to be in the rotation, maybe a long relief guy, to not start an inning, to come into an inning with pressure on it and try to get yourself comfortable.
And here it comes. And that's a strikeout looking. Throws him with a backdoor slider.
Tremendous job of bringing that ball back over the plate. He gets just enough of it to get the call. And tell you what, as a hitter, it starts out of the zone. It looks really far away. And for it to catch the outside corner, you just have to tip your cap to the pitcher.
Found back our way, and that's out of play. And downstairs. Volpe on third. Higashioka at second. LeMahieu on at first with 2 down. At the belt and fires. And now it's even up. And that one almost got him. All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. Packs and misses. It's a strikeout. They leave him loaded. On to the top of the 5th we go. Yankees 3 and the Giants nothing. Ready now for the 5th inning. And now Thairo Estrada. The pitch. There's the strike.
Well, these Giants just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Next offering is in for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
In the dirt. Tosses to first. And Estrada is out. Here's Crawford now. Open stance on that left side. He's 0 for 1. Chris, Brandon Crawford made his big league debut May 27th, 2011 at Milwaukee, and he hit a grand slam at his big league debut.
One thing I've always admired about him is his ability to handle left-handed pitching. Stays in the big part of the field and just has a nice swing path. Stays in the zone a long time.
1 down, base is empty. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And 2 away now.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
Flores in the box now as he looks at ball 1. Second plate appearance of the day for him. Out towards right center. That's well struck. This one's got a chance. Hits the fence. Fires to second too late. into second with a double, and that was hard hit.
He was all over that one. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
Man in scoring position with 2 away. Roberto Perez standing in. Swings through that one. 0-1. Way out front for strike 2. Rodon ready. The 0-2 on the way. And a pop-up. Right side. Foul territory. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. One left for San Francisco. They trail it here 3-0. We head to the bottom of the 5th, and here is Anthony Rizzo. And a pitch. Fought off foul.
You know, these Yankees doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. They've done a great job finding holes in the defense. Exactly half of their hits have come off the bat less than 90 miles per hour. So the ball isn't exactly jumping off the lumber, but they're finding a way to make it work.
Now here's Giancarlo Stanton. Stanton swings, crushes one, out to left, and brings it in at the wall.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Here comes Gleyber Torres. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
Not a swing you want to watch again.
And the 0-2 stays alive. And the righty deals. Goes down looking for the strikeout. Strike 3 called on a slider at the knees. Billy McKinney will hit next. First offering, and it just misses.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there, and boy, umpire didn't give him the call. I bet you if he throws it again, hitter knows he's going to have to swing it.
The 1-1. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Big time GM right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
Got it by him for the K. One left for the Yankees, but they lead at 3-0. Back now in the Bronx. Start of the 6th, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Lamont Wade Jr. Rodon back to work. Lifted in the air, right center field. Dominguez under this one. Puts it away for the out. So the batting order turns over. Austin Slater, the next to hit. And that's in there for strike 1.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
No ball.
0-2 now. And that one missing low. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. McKinney snags it for the 2nd out. Now it's J.D. Davis. There's a strike. Davis goes 6 feet 3 inches, 220 pounds, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. Next pitch is downstairs.
1-1.
And now the lefty pulls that one foul. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
Well, he gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heat. Back in New York, bottom of the 6th. And stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Volpe. And a pitch. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Pitch is in there. That's strike 2.
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the conviction in the call.
Struck him out without a swing. Froze him with the heater at the knee. Kyle Higashioka stepping in now for the Yankees. Ball 1, no strikes. Higashioka, 32 years old, and he was drafted in the 7th round back in 2008. That misses the zone, and it's 2-0. The wind to kick the pitch. That one drifts inside.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
Pumps in a strike, and now 3-1 the count. And now the count filled up 3-2.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Swings and misses, struck him out. And now it's DJ LeMahieu digging in. In there, and it's 0-1.
Well, an at-bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike 1 here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
Swing and a slow roller. Out with room to spare, and that's the inning. So the Yanks go in order, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Welcome back. Top of inning number 7. Here's Jack Peterson. Here comes a pitch. And fouled off. And the 0-1. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
Got him swinging. He swung over top of the curveball. Mitch Haniger, the next Giant to hit. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. Kicks and deals. Strike 2.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
On the ground, and that's just foul. The pitch. Got him looking. Clipped the bottom of the zone with a curve for strike 3.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
Now here is Thairo Estrada. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now. And ball 1.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Started to go after it. Now a look down to first. He did not go around. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Giants are down 1-2-3. They trail in this one 3-0. Set for the last half of the 7th, and stepping in for the Yankees, Jason Dominguez. The pitch. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
No balls. 1 strike.
And there's the strike. Just off the inside edge.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup.
3rd time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Judge, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1. Good eye right there.
1 ball. 1 strike.
And delivers outside.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Swing and a miss. It's 2-2. The punch out there. 2 down.
Clearly looking out over the plate on that outer third, and that pitch finished right down the middle, just a little bit in, and he couldn't pull the trigger.
And a foul ball. And the right-hander deals. Foul ball there. The wind and the pitch. Upstairs.
Throwing the ball well, and they need this scoreless inning in relief right here. Been doing a good job keeping him in striking distance.
Next pitch is outside. On the ground to third. Tosses across to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Yanks held in check, but they lead it. Back for more from the Bronx at the plate. Brandon Crawford. Ripped to third. LeMahieu gets it to first. And Crawford is set down.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
And here comes the Yankees man. Out of the bullpen for the Yankees, Michael King. He's into the game with the bases empty. Flores in the box again, takes a strike.
Well, in this one, the offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least 1 run. Then maybe you get 2 or 3.
So now 1-2.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Low throw, and he can't dig it out. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Roberto Perez. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. That misses the zone, and it's 1-1. Righty to the plate. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Not sure exactly what he was thinking there. Good sinker ball pitcher goes with the fastball in a double play situation when he needs something on the ground.
Got him swinging.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
So here's Wade now. That misses the zone. 1-0.
Here's a run scoring opportunity. You definitely got to push something across, because it's not going to get any easier. You get to the 9th, get a lockdown closer ready to come in.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Going to count 1-2.
Well, don't expect too many more high fastballs. This is a good sinker ball pitcher, and sometimes they can make mistakes.
Swings through it for the K. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Johnny Brebbia. He's making his second appearance of the season. And the pitch.